Okay, this should do it with this last one right here. So let's just flow. So we have the officer, one of them, the officer or Casey. Let me just flow a little bit. The officer or Casey. One of them didn't hear romance in a long time. Right? Follow me? So we have, how much would it take for the officer to have a stable mind? I really feel it's the officer card. But, you know. I mean, the Mr. Mead card, but, you know. Okay. The officer wanted romance, or the officer wanted to talk business. Follow me? He was going to be the best king he could be because he was a deputy, right? He needed to get a decent mindset, God says, a balanced mindset, because it wasn't balanced at the time. And he was acting like a Virgo, business-minded, but he needed to show some kind of love and care because he murdered Casey. And then he wanted his life to be like it was before he murdered Casey. Follow me? But the family also want life to be like it was before Casey was murdered. He need to work on his problems because he had a lot of problems going on that had nothing to do with Casey. And he need to work on it, but not here. Not there with Casey and take it out on Casey. Because activity was on his phone, Casey's phone, some kind of way where he might have met Casey before, saw Casey before, or whatever this is. Or camera, some kind of way that can help in the case. Okay, so we got race. It's always going to be here. Somebody need to get a grip. So he got a little bit of a racial problem here, or a lot of a racial problem here. So we have right here, he's banking on it, banking on Casey. Feeling Casey is easy. He can get away with whatever with him. He can say whatever. He can do whatever, or whatever. Or he can get away with something with him, or whatever it is. Okay? Who are you really, God saying to the officer? Mr. Mead, who are you really, God saying? Because God know you. You want to change what you want about other people. God saying, who are you really? Because God know who you is. But you putting on whichever fronts, over here and over there. Okay, so it says right here that God wanted you to bloom into the flower that you needed to be, but you didn't do it. Using the abstract way of living. Because it says right here that you need to start taking care of yourself, because some kind of way, either you was promiscuous, or you was trying to see if Casey was promiscuous, anything like that, or yeah, I can't take it nowhere else. So we have right here that God said you need to save your energy for the future. You was a mouthpiece, and you might have asked Casey what he gonna do about it, or Casey was a mouthpiece, and you might have asked him what he gonna do about it, or if I changed the card around, you was a mouthpiece, and you wanted Casey to do what you wanted Casey to do, and he wasn't doing and complying. Anything like that. So we have, where did you get this kind of behavior thing, and this love thing, and this caring about people? Shooting him in the back. Okay, so we have right here, either you was, some kind of problems you might have had home with your wife, because if you married already, you ready for love, that mean you, there's some kind of problem, that's what's going on, or whatever this is. If not that, this could be Casey and somebody who liked him, or whatever's going on there. Okay. You bruised, but you still yourself inside. You was going to conquer this thing if you had a problem with your wife or anything like that. But if this Casey, he was bruised inside, and he's going to conquer this. Conquer what? Maybe being talked down to as far as his race. Here, Casey, and his storyline. Casey, presenting Casey's self. Kindred spirit. Never again will a family get the gift of Casey or you. Follow me? Because some kind of way you was taking something, whatever you was taking, even if it's a pill because you got a headache, you was taking something was in your system. If not taking something, you was drinking something. But I really think it's taking something. Maybe you try to convince your wife here that you don't do anything. Your wife, your colleagues, or the courts, or whoever it is. I don't know. Okay, let's flow here. Or you try to make it seem like, but I didn't hear you say anything about drugs for Casey. No kind of way. I ain't hear nothing like that as far as Casey with the trial that I looked at. So it says right here, the relationship of anything that kills your emotions and your hopes you're just going to get rid of. So you brought a death to Casey because Casey killed your hopes and your emotions for whatever reasons. Okay? Anything that did not serve you, you was going to bring a death to, and you felt Casey did not serve you because you claimed you was giving commands or whatever, and he didn't serve you, he didn't comply, so you felt a death has to come. God says yes, you're on your path. So this say yes, you're on your path. So going to be a new trial. So as far as if you're a pastor, God would say that that's your path. Let's see. Now it's vital that you find your path if you're not on it. But it say yes, you're on your path. So I feel it's going to be another trial. And I think you're supposed to be a pastor. So that means you're on your path that way. But another trial, you're going to really be on your path. Maybe you said something to Casey, whatever you said, and he said, for what, blank? Whatever your name is. Or you said something to somebody else. So let's flow. You needed to sow a seed out of your pain or whatever you was feeling like you're going through. If you had some kind of home problems or whatever this is. So it says that don't take from your main flow to ride there. So maybe some kind of way you had problems at home or whatever the heck this is, or something as far as money and going somewhere. I don't know. Okay, it was heart-wrenching because you put Casey out. That means murdered him. Or it might have been heart-wrenching because at that time period you and your wife might wasn't doing good and she put you out. I don't know. Let's just flow. Or it was heart-wrenching for Casey because him and somebody broke up. But I really like to keep it like it is because we got a murder card here. So you put him out. That's the real meaning. You killed him. Make sure that he or she is an adult. Don't just look like one. Because you were starving for power. And God said that Casey needed to make sure you was an adult and don't just look like one. Because you were starving for power. Because God said you was gambling too much. But God didn't want Casey to gamble. Because you needed to be checked. But you felt Casey needed to be checked. When you went behind him. You had to see it in the world of your mind. That all skin color is different. But all blood is red. So we got two racial cards in the same storyline. So you got a skin problem. You was going to be yourself. Right? Maybe we deal with some birds. Maybe something 19. Anything 19. Deal with the 19. Number 10. Number 1. Number 9. You was going to stamp your name on it and have money in the bank. Get your paycheck. Go do your job. Or something about getting money in the bank. Having money in the bank. Okay, let's see with this one. Okay, you enjoy other men. This is a gay card, but I can turn it around. So if you like a lion and hunting people and acting like that, not a bounty hunter, but most of the time it be a lot of times it's men when people be getting arrested. But let's just flow a little bit. Okay, but I want out. Some kind of way you might have had some problems with your wife back then. So that's what this card. I'm being soft with the card. I'm being soft with the card. I'm trying not to say exactly everything the card say, but I'm trying to soften the card. That's why I'm trying to take it all kind of ways. But let me say, you're gonna be doing God's mission without love making. That means you don't have your wife. Did you love making wet? So some kind of way you separated or whatever was going on here. At that time, something happened where the love making. Because remember, the first card over here said you ain't had romance. Get what the card's saying. And then this card over here is backing it up. Follow me? So God says it's going to be a miracle for you to become a felon. And right then, this trial just ended and you did not become the felon right then. But God says right here, you guilty as charged. And it's going to be on letterhead. Follow me? That's what happened on your journey and on Casey's journey. So we got other cards right here I'm getting ready to put down. Maybe you saw Casey on a computer before. He saw you on a computer before. Casey worked with computers. You work with computers. Anything as far as computers here. Okay? Computer is the last card. All of the camera footage all around Subway should have been checked at that time. Or wherever Casey was. Let's flow. You spent the tables around on Casey. Let me take it this way. Casey, you spent the tables around on Casey's where it brought repercussions. Usually when I say that card, it's like when somebody do something to you and then you do something back. Because God says that what Casey do to you weren't what you did back. So if Casey had a gun and then he's dancing or whatever in his car, whatever. You claim he pointed the gun at the door, but that's hard to believe. Why would he bring danger to his household like that? That makes no sense. That's something some criminal would do. So if he was inside his car shaking his gun or whatever, dancing or whatever he's doing, God's saying do that weren't what you did. It was repercussion for Casey because you felt like that was wrong. Right? And you keep saying that he pointed the gun. Spin the tables around on him. And you decided you was going to go because you didn't know, if you didn't know that he was a person who could own a gun and have a gun. But you could have knew already that he owned a gun and he could have the gun. If you already met him before or saw him before some kind of way. So we got to stretch it either way because that don't necessarily mean you just met him the day that you was following him. You might have saw him before already. A week before, a day before, whenever. Because we got a night card. You might have saw him somewhere and you was trying to look and see if he's promiscuous or whatever this is with the other cards I said, right? So it don't have to necessarily mean that you haven't even seen him before. Because you might have saw him before. You spent the tables around on him because he saw you somewhere you had no business being. Anything like that. You didn't know if you could trust him to say if he saw you somewhere you had no business being. Anything like that. Because it can go all kind of ways. Because people do things from all kind of craziness, right? But you was going to get to your focus point and be that butterfly. You was going to keep on going up. And we got number 18, number 9, number 1, and number 8. God said you're going to be moving to rougher matters. Because you didn't listen to God no kind of way. You kept on talking about what you was trained to do. You didn't use your own mind no kind of way. And God said you're going to be moving to rougher matters. And the rougher matters in this storyline is you murdered someone. And you going to jail for it. The way you saying it like you was boxed in, like Casey had a gun on you. But you weren't following him. You caused any kind of chaos. You brought chaos. You made chaos occur. Either you're going to be moving to rougher matters and you're going to jail, or you're going to be in a jail cell. Or you felt boxed in where you felt like, why? You have to do something. Or some kind of way Casey knew something or saw something as far as you, whenever it was, and you felt boxed in still, and you felt like you had to do something because you would be moving to rougher matters. Get my drift? You did put Casey in a box. Now that's for sure. In a casket. So God says right here that you feel like you meant for greatness, and you felt like you was meant for greatness. So you seem to felt you was meant for greatness. So that seemed like that's something that you're not insecure about, right? But God says right here, why do you allow others to mold you? Because you feel like you meant for greatness, but you got molded. You didn't listen to God no kind of way. So we have right here, this card right here, are you a man or are you a woman card? Since school age. You've been a certain way since school age. Or Casey, one of you. Since school age, one of you. Gotta go with one of you. Really feel so we got TV, the portal, internet, YouTube, Instagram, anything, any kind of computer stuff. Social media could be a site, anything. You could have saw Casey on a site. Don't have to be. I got to use all of this, however. You could have saw him online some kind of way. You could work with computers. He could work with computers. I got to take it all kind of ways. So whichever one it is, take it. I don't know. So since school age, this is a gay card. I usually don't turn this card around, but I turn it around. If you're not that way, I can turn it around. And just because you're married, that don't mean you're not. Because I have a cousin who got children and all, and it don't really matter, but somebody was since their school age. Right? So let's just flow. Anything else for this one, universe, or just leave it? Is it any more? Is it any more, universe? What is that? Let's just flow a little bit. Bear with me. I'm gonna see if it's God to give me any more cards. It don't seem like I think God trying to give me some more. Let's just flow a little bit. I'm hearing Tupac. Run with me. Hail Mary. Come with me. Okay, let's just see what God's saying. What universe is saying here. What universe is saying. Bear with me for a minute. Because I got to let God guide me here. I got to take all of these that are done already. I'm take all these that are done already. Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me. And I got to move all of these over. Okay, let's just see. Okay. So God can end this. Okay, okay, here we go. There's, okay, let me move these out the way. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to end it. You felt it was justified. I guess in a joy or whoever. I don't know. Let's just flow, universe. You know all about it. Let's see what God bring out. Okay, universe. Anything else for Mr. Mead? Deputy. At that time, Deputy Mead and Casey Goodman Jr. Let's flow. Okay, let's see which one's Lord. Something in here maybe. I don't know. Okay, maybe this one, something peeking out right here. I don't know, right here, something peeking out. Let's just see what this. Let's see what God said with this. Universe, you know all about it. You know all about it, universe. All about it, universe. Okay, we have right here. He wasn't sure where he was going at. So with Casey, he was on his way going where he was going at. So he was where he was. So the officer wasn't sure if that was his house. Follow me? He wanted loyal. He wasn't sure that was Casey's house. Follow me? He's going to be the chairperson in his own life, though. Cheerleader, the officer, around something green, leafy foliage. So we have right here that we had an officer needed to plant more. Follow me? And that means bring in more in whatever situation. Love, time, money, or whatever. So we have, he is going to be going to court. Well, he did go to court. Looking at things realistically. Looking at the reality of things. Because he is coping with a job that he had that he probably was tired of. So we have right here, if he knew his father, he never knew his father deep down inside. Get what I'm saying? Okay? Okay, if his father showed him love, it wasn't deep down love. Get my drift. Okay, so we have right here, we got a mother. What do mother love feel like? If he had his mother, some kind of way his mother was emotionally unavailable. Something was going on with him and his mother. So we got a money scheme card right here. Money scheme mean when you're making money some kind of way, trying to get money. So he needed to say he wanted out of some kind of money scheme or whatever. Or some kind of way he was trying to talk to Casey about some kind of money scheme, anything like that. Follow me? Okay, he pinpointed an action and helped him up. Because maybe he talked to Casey about something. Spilling it will only help you. He a conscious thinker. Because he was gift seeking, maybe from Casey. He filter it. So we have right here, he's walking a thin line while calming his pain. He exercised his right to complain or Casey to him. Follow me? He is being adopted. And while he being adopted, finding his parents even matter. So I'm going to put this with Casey. Casey being, when you helped up by people or some kind of way, it's like they in control. So the officers, if he was somewhere and he was being helped up by the officers, it's like you adopted. Or finding his parents even matter. Or at that time when he was shot still, or finding his parents even matter. Because he wanted his family, wanted his parents, even though his relatives was in there, the officers was taking charge in his house at the time. So I say this time around though, you going to jail, officer. Okay, so we had the truth got to come to the story here. The truth got to come out in this story. Otherwise, God's saying it because it's some kind of hearing that's going to take place or property. Talking about property. So we have you made a choice and you went in fast like a sailor. You didn't have a wise mind, God says, because God was talking to you all the time, telling you whatever God was saying, and you didn't want to listen to God. I see a lot of red cards going on. What's going on with the red, Lord? I'm gonna put red with fire. You was fiery. We got a lot of red cards on the table. Okay. You need to fix what you could fix and throw away the scraps. You wanted a meal done. You wanted loyal. You wanted him to comply. You wanted things to go like you wanted. Because you was outside. They say limited light. So that could have been at nighttime. Limited light or in the morning. When was that when he got shot? Was it in the morning? I don't know. Talking in the surroundings. We got number 7. So we have right here. You're feeling maybe he's feeling protected, but that was a book of lies. It says you need, he had to book an appointment. Was he really worth it? Or you need to book an appointment. Let me get it right. Was he really worth it? You need to book some kind of appointment to go somewhere to get some kind of help or whatever's going on here. Back then you needed to. You was going through something probably with your marriage or whatever the heck this is. Maybe you was out at night. I don't know. You was entwined in some gossip some kind of way. Okay, so it says that you wanted to be secure and be sincere about being secure. Maybe Casey saw something, knew something, or saw you somewhere, or whatever it says. We got number 12, number 3. You had a weakness for lovemaking. And you also didn't have, you had a weakness for not caring. You didn't care about Casey. You didn't, because God said over here, you need to plant more. And what you need to plant more love, to love people in this world. Because you fail at that. Okay, you was going to let your sounds be heard loud and clear. So if you was howling or whatever and those things was in his ears, he just wasn't hearing you. You had to become groomed to what God created you to be. They light green at birth, because you was far from what God created you to be. You was nothing like what God created you to be. God said you're an earth angel person, and you went every way but that way. You went south. Parents should not walk away. So some kind of way, if you have your parents or whoever you got, if you got your real parents, some kind of way, something didn't go some kind of way with you growing up, or whatever happened here, right, with your parents. Will you ever know who born you deep down? Your parents, mother, father, or both of them. Because Casey's parents didn't walk away. Okay, let's flow. Let me see how much time on here. Okay, I'm trying to get lessons. So. Okay, universe, you know all about it. You know all about it. All about it, you know. One more. Where are you? Casey, guide me. Guide me, Casey. Did you know this person? Did you meet this person? Know something about this person? Or whatever. Tell me something clear as I'm looking at these lions. This was personal. Just sticking out deep. He wanted to supersize. He wanted to supersize and be the kingster. We have Casey trying his best to escape. He's riding fast on the road. He really wanted to express himself, but he couldn't. Yes, you're getting a reading for myself, the brass love 1 healer to row 9. Okay, you did well. So I'm feeling like if this is not deputy me, this card is for me. I don't know yet. Either God saying I did good with the storylines, or this is his card. He felt he did good by murdering Casey. You got numbers, could turn them around. So we have right here that pills. He could get them anytime. He could get them anytime. Pills. Pill drop effect. Is this pill drop effect? No. No, you look around the corner and can get them anytime. Okay. So it says right here that he had to face appearance 3, not raisins and lollipops. Okay. You're in my dreams. Call me soon. So some kind of way I feel he had problems with his wife or whoever or somebody. He had problems with his wife some kind of way. If not his wife, yeah, or somebody. He need to cut the ties with somebody. Or Casey was cutting the ties on that road trying to get away from Mr. Mead. We dealing with money some kind of way. So what? Cover that emotion. So he wanted Casey to cover that emotion, some kind of emotion, or he didn't want to cover an emotion that he felt, right? Because he had to learn how to see what others was doing to keep him stuck I'm sorry. He had to get from under other people's thumbs, Mr. Mead, and start to rely on his own voice and speak it. So we have Casey was an antelope right here, and he's dealing with the big boys, and that would be the deputy and anybody else, right? Or we dealing with Mr. Mead as the antelope, and he's still dealing with people over top of him, anything like that. So we have something stopped. It might have been a chokehold. It might be a chokehold. Or it might have been a stop or pause in something during that time in September, or something about September. Something stopped, something changed, or it might have been out of work. I don't know what that is. A hold, a stop, or whatever. So we have maybe Jobs was maybe Jobs on the billboard. Maybe Jobs it was not easy getting work. Maybe not a lot of work wasn't available. Maybe Casey's story just wasn't out there for the world to see, or whatever was going on with this card. Because he wanted Casey to fill his cup. Filling cup mean romance, time, or money. One or the other. Because he was acting like a monster to Casey, and he was corny. Follow me? Okay, he grabbing on Casey right here. Where's yours? Stop it right now. And this would be Casey. So I feel like he actually interacted with Casey, where he actually put his hand on Casey. So if he didn't put his hand on Casey, he said something to Casey. We got to take it one way or the other. Where's yours? This is a money card though. So if it's not money, where's yours? He might be saying, is this your house? He's saying something. We can change it around, but I usually don't change it around. So we have right here that he's dealing with he's talking at the table about some kind of discussion. Mr. Mead. So we have right here, he's scaling things out for Rosie Summer. Casey. Whoa. So we have healthcare industry, working with seniors. Would it be a good path for him also, because it's healing for Mr. Mead. So we have right here that somebody trying to get to the Milky Way. So either Casey trying to get to the Milky Way, or what's his name, or Mr. Mead, because you saw I said this card right here, the Kingster card, the supersized card. Both of them will go together. If you're trying to get to the Milky Way, go together. So we got Mr. Mead trying to push himself up there and get further up in his career, whatever, or we got Casey trying to get closer up in his career. I'm gonna put that there. Whoa. So we have number 13, number 4, number 31, number 1, number 3, dealing with a secret system, a group of people. So Mr. Mead was dealing with a group of people. Could be his apartment or anybody outside his department, a group of people, whoever they are, a club, a group, or Casey was probably one of them. I don't know which one right now. He wanted equal and fair, or Casey, however it's flowing. Casey could be with his job. Mr. Mead could be with his own job or whatever. I don't know. Okay, he's teasing, picking, talking down to Casey. But Casey was intellectual. Okay, Casey was nervous at a place. And the only place I can see he is nervous at, if not his home. This could go with his home. If not his home, somewhere else. Because it was a transport of some kind of drug here or infection. Follow me? So that could mean you taking a drug or you moving a drug. Take it however it goes. Him or him. Follow me? So we have, he need to fight his battles. Saying okay to something. And didn't know everything that it entailed. So Casey is the victim. So Casey said yeah to something, but he didn't know everything that went with whatever he said yeah to. Anything like that? Because he had some dormant behavior with his officer. Follow me? Okay, we have Casey or the officer, or one of them, maybe Casey, need to place his name on a slot. That means a slot, lottery, or job. Anything like that? Okay, so we have right here somebody saying something to the other. Can you still like me? Now you know. You can still do God's mission if you like. So somebody to Casey or Casey to somebody. Can you still like me now you know about whatever? It's like somebody telling you something and you saying if you're going to still like the person if they tell you whatever, because the person might not like it, whatever it is. Okay, whatever it might be, because Casey turned on and off switches in his life and create walls of harm and safe, and Mr. Mead also. So we have right here that he had to start to see what others was doing to keep him stuck, and that would be Mr. Mead or Casey, because I don't know which one, but this one, he was being molded into what he really wasn't, Casey or Mr. Mead. Follow me? I don't know which one with that one either. Okay, he was not having protection, Casey. He said, my father. So we're going to have either Mr. Mead had some problems with his father growing up, and his father was abusive in some way, even if it's like going to church and all. That's abusive if you don't want to go to church. Get what I'm saying? And you made to do it. It don't have to be physical all the time. Get what I'm saying? It could be like where a person don't show you a lot of love or whatever it is. Because he lacking love. He lacking empathy and love and care and kindness. Follow me? So his father didn't give him what he needed. Right? It was a jigsaw puzzle for his life, or at that time for Casey's life, dealing with this situation. Either he thought it'd be the end of his money problems, or Casey. Follow me? Because he chose the one for full bloom. This is a merge card, but I can make it a job card. So maybe Casey chose a job, and he thought it would be the end of his money problems, and things could work for him. If not that, the main thing is marrying somebody. Either Mr. Mead married somebody, or whoever he had, he chose for full bloom, and he thought he chose the one. That's a marriage card. Okay, so it says that he measured and tested to see how far he could go with Casey, and it was awful. So it could be he chose Casey as far as to go after for full bloom to murder, to do what he did to him. That's the one he chose, or whatever it is, to go do whatever, or whatever his thoughts was. It was a lapse in work because of COVID. At that time, he was asking Casey, was Casey available? Casey said, I'm sure, because I don't see nobody else for him. So I feel like I feel he knew who he was. That he wasn't a stranger, that he knew who he was, or he saw him at the subway or somewhere, and he might have asked him, you interested in something or anything like that, because the way the card's coming out, like some kind of way he met him, he talked. Because this say, are you available? Because in the other one, it was a meeting place. I'm sure. Being already available, and I'm sure it got to go with the two people I'm talking about. He ain't talking to his mother saying, I'm sure. it's got to be them toward each other being available, I'm sure. Okay, let me just do one more and end this. Get the truth out of the story, otherwise. Get the truth out of the story universe. Get some truth out of the story universe. The truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Because this man, this man did what he did because he wanted it to be impossible for Casey to survive. One more. That's it, and I'm going to end it. He wasn't going to let his emotions stop him from going to another place. So it says right here that evidence shows that he's going to keep picking this up off of the floor. So he felt like he was going to do something, either leave the job he was at and go to another one or whatever. Or he left a job or whatever it is and he went somewhere else or whatever. Because he had money problems some kind of way. He gave Casey speedy tongue lashing, or Casey said something back to him, however it's flowing. Flames were sparked, and Casey captured the flames. They are light green. Can't see them real good. Evidence shows it was about money. So we have right here that he felt Casey left him out in the cold. He liked the color coral, or Casey. So we have right here that freedom was calling, but will he answer freedom? He had to seek what he was looking for. So he decided to pluck Casey. Because he felt Casey was a turncoat to him. So we have that seemingly something became a mountain. So we have right here, I'm happy with my life no matter my color. So we back to color again. He had some racial problems too. He had to seek what was troubling him though. Because he was trying to strip search Casey. Casey was trying to avoid him, or he was trying to avoid Casey strip searching him. And in this story now, Casey would be suing him, taking out a lawsuit or anything like that. So we have right here, help stop the loss of children if you can. So God wanted him to stop the loss of kids and move fast on it, because he had negative energy because he killed someone's son. So Virgo and the Sage, Gemini, all those signs in there, or people act like that. So a Virgo was venting for a move to be made, and the Sage made the move wisely. So it could be any of the opposites. It could be this sign, but somebody was venting and wanted a move to be made, and somebody made the move as far as whatever it is, right? So we have he didn't want to lose his job or lose his wife or whatever this is. He was nervous. So we have right here that if he had a wife or what was going on then. Okay, so he wanted Casey to think about something. She wanted for me to think about it. And he told Casey, he heard that before. He wanted Casey to incorporate some playful energy. Plant a seed. Because he wanted him to do something. He felt like, I have skills, I'm on here. You can't buy me. So that would be Casey's card. So we have, or this would be the opposite. If he was at a job and he wanted to leave a certain job. Follow me? So we have, he felt Casey disrespected him. Follow me right here. And he saw it with full eyes. He felt like Casey disrespected him. So we have, honestly, he needed to incorporate, like God keeps saying, this whole storyline, some love and treatment. Okay? So God says he did his plunging in with his gun. He took his shot. Follow me. Love and treatment and guns don't go together. Because he didn't see Casey's worth. He didn't see his worth and his ambition. He is a trailblazer. Right? And he wanted jointness. But he is a trailblazer. So this last card says right here that you hooked yourself on and ran from your problems. It is easy to leave things to others and escape. So right here, I feel an escape. Let me think for a minute with this card, with this Casey, or is this the officer? Seem like that. Let me think for a minute. I don't think like, because it seemed like Casey didn't follow through with whatever he wanted it to be. Seemed like he didn't follow through. He looked at him as a turncoat. He felt like he left him in the cold. See what I'm saying? So he felt like he hooked himself onto something to get money, and that is the cop, the detective. I mean, I'm sorry, the deputy, because jobs was scarce or something was going on with his work during that time period. He hooked himself onto something, some money scheme or whatever he did, and he wanted Casey evidently to help him out or whatever's going on here. I don't know. That's what it's looking like. He ran from his problems. It's easy to leave things to others and escape. He's trying to escape and trying to let's just see. Okay, universe, give me something else. Give me something else so I can end it. We got 13, 1, 31. So we have right here that youth don't last for so long, he need to exercise. So we have right here that somebody was loving somebody for money. So this could just be for him. He hooked to his job for money. Okay, so let's just flow. He had to show that he can build his future and build his fortune. So we have right here, he is doing something smooth, trinket, maybe a ring or whatever that is. Okay, it says that he had to start to love himself, Casey, because maybe this deputy was jacking him up or trying to get him out his money, or the deputy was working at some job or something that he wasn't getting all the money he's supposed to be getting or something like that. I don't know. Let's flow. Let's see. Look on the floor for it, and Casey would be on the floor. They light green. Look on the floor for it, and it was Casey. God, show me the way. That's like a prayer. Do you like this stuff? Get out of this mess. Thoughts were spinning in his mind. Somebody is anxious here. So he wanted to get out of this mess. He wanted to checkmate with his own mother, or Casey wanted to checkmate with his mother or his grandma. Somebody who adventurous like a sage if they not a sage. Okay, because this officer was feeling Casey was jerking him around, or he was jerking Casey around. Let's flow for a minute. Yeah, he is jerking Casey around. So let's just flow. He had to stay on his kingship. He had a chance to be Karen, right? So we have right here, he got ecstatic about something. maybe getting back with his wife or whatever this is, or getting this job or whatever that is. Something made him happy for some reason, because he was saddling somebody down to be his lifeboat, or somebody was saddling him down to be their lifeboat, or he is saddling somebody down, however this flowing. So we have right here that he might wanted to saddle Casey down to be his lifeboat, because if he was in some kind of money scheme, he wanted Casey to help him to be able to get money or whatever this is. Or his wife was saddling him down to be her lifeboat, however this flowing. That's flow. He had to get back to what God intended him to be in life, because God keeps trying to drag him the right way and seem like he just don't want to go the way God wants. Stop letting the world talk for him and start talking for himself now. Okay, I'm trying to end it. I need a card to say. I need something to make an actual end, Lord. Give me one more, Lord, and I'm going to stop it. Okay, universe, you know all about it. Give me another one for Casey. What is this peeking out? The struggle was going to lead him to the best place to be, but he seemed like he needs to start respecting one another. When revealing clues did it. If I know him, should I tell? In case he was going to tell something on this man. He's going to tell something on this man. Something come from way back. He's going to tell something on this man. He knew something. He need to look in the mirror. Maybe he's Taurus. I don't know. Let's just see. Okay, he keeping Casey's life right here. He need to stop talking negative to Casey. Maybe racial. It was time for him to begin. He felt like he is banking on it. Wait a minute. Back. Let's see. So we have right here that relations to not wanting. So Casey is a male, and this Mr. Mead is a male. So this is a girl card too. Let's just flow relations to not wanting him as a friend, as a partner, as a colleague, or whatever it is. I gotta change it around. Okay, let's flow. He wanted softness and tenderness. So we got somebody who's keeping their options open. Casey was keeping his options open, or this officer, right? I'm game, I'm in, just wait. Wanted him to get in something. He penny pinching, and it was real. Follow me? He wanted to free himself from a situation and face a situation. It was time to heal. It was time to heal for the parents. So he wanted Casey to say yeah to something. But Casey chose love. Follow me? So we have right here, is it my race? So we got Casey with the race. They're on the chronicle, factual, whatever this is, right? So we must continue to function as a human and let the past go. So we have right here with this one right here. When you holding on to, I feel right here with the talking about race, this we can make this a racial way, some kind of way. He's looking at Casey. He's looking at Casey and yeah, because this is like, you must continue to function as a human. You got to let go of the past, whatever the past is, because he said, is it my race? Okay, so he fought him, whichever way he fought him, physically, mentally, verbally, financially, however, and said she did it. So we got a she in it. So we can take the she away. We can take she away and make this Casey and say, he did it. Get what I'm saying? He did it. He fought me and he did it. So we got a female did something or Casey did something. But this would be Casey being fought. However, Casey is fought. Get my drift. However it is. Let's go and take some and trying to end it. Okay, somebody made a gesture because they was tired of buffoonery. I guess Mr. Mead or Casey. He is appreciating a house that was sufficient. He is trying to go there, remember. Okay, he is going to be a warrior and have peace in his mind. So we have right here that he moved fast on it and moved fast on what? Just going in his house, a house that was sufficient. Or the officer moved fast on it. So we got kitchen thinking. And I think he fell by his kitchen. He is in solitude just thinking some kind of way. Follow me? Or the officer. So we have right here, God had to intervene. Right? Because either this a jury or this a gathering of people, whoever it is, right? Some kind of way, right? God had to intervene because something was done foul. Get what I'm saying? So I'm going to put this as the jury because something was done foul to Casey. Because the officer had unstoppable energy. Follow me? Where he needed to keep his cool, God says, right? Because God needed to intervene, but he didn't let God intervene to stop him. Follow me? So we have right here, circumstances stopped him from framing it for a lifetime. So I feel like if Casey knew something, he could stop this man's marriage. That's all I can go with this. Right? Or mess up his marriage. Follow me? And he was not going to jeopardize it. Get my drift. Something was in plain sight. Camouflage wouldn't work. He had a sixth sense about it all. Well, Casey had a sixth sense about it all. Something don't smell right. So he decided I'm going to stick a fork in it. In him. Deep. Looking at things as real life. And he decided to X him out. But it was a witness. And it was witnesses as far as because his family was around in the house. They didn't actually see. Let's see. I'm trying to end it. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me just let me pause. I'm gonna pause. Okay, let's see. I think there's another one. I'm trying to end it.